Many people have a problem with yoga, and to be truthful, at this particular moment in culture, I would say that it is probably almost everybody to a certain degree. Most people probably just find people who do yoga annoying in general because they tend to be completely boring and usually have that smug superiority complex so common with leftists. More so, even amongst left-wing culture, there is a massive amount of people that are starting to have problems with yoga because they claim that it is some form of cultural appropriation or because they feel that it is an exploitive pyramid scheme that has perverted noble traditions to make a select few crooked business people in India very rich and actually apparently very powerful. However, my problem with yoga is different, which is that I feel that the way the classes themselves are set up and presented to the students is almost universally dishonest in a way that I have never seen or heard a single yoga teacher be an exception to. That is, they say that it's not competitive, but it always seems to be to me. On day one of yoga, you go in and they try to pretend that it's some sort of post-ego, new age environment where nobody is competitive and everybody is just there for some type of self-betterment that has no relation to how they see themselves in comparison to others. But it's been completely obvious at every yoga class I've ever been to that almost everybody was competing with each other. Nobody will come right out and say this, of course, but people have a massive tendency to show off or position themselves at the back of the class if they are bad. And sometimes even teachers get in on this type of mentality and get a bit weird themselves, which happened to me when an ex of mine dragged me to a class and it turned out that the instructor had a crush on him and was thus rude to me. That all said, I have nothing against the concept of organized stretching and athletic poses designed to work out one's body in the way that yoga does, in a quasi-meditative state. It's not my thing overall, but I can see how it's good for you. However, if you're serious about the notion of not doing it competitively, then teach it in private and not in a room full of people, because otherwise, that's simply never going to happen.